everyone, welcome back to a brand new game. Now, since the bouncer was so short, we had to go ahead and move on to my next game right away. It's funny. I'm so sorry.
It's
guys.
a game that we've wanted to play for a very long time.
I've been wanting to play this for a while, and it's not. I can't say it's like oh my gosh, my favorite game of all time. But it's a game I definitely wanted to do because this is a very obscure game. Not a lot of people have heard of it. And it's going to be a little unique here. What we're playing today is Hyperdimension Neptunia MK2. I'll show you the little box cover here. But
once again, we're playing a sequel.
Yeah.
Not playing the first one.
I want to explain something to you guys right off the bat. And I'll explain this probably again once we get into the video, but I just want to get you guys to be clear. The reason we are doing two, okay, and not one, is because one is garbage. And that's my... Okay,
oh my god.
That's my
sorry creators that we made fun of your game. I'm sure it had some nice points, but I'll never see it.
And I want to let you know, disclaimer, that is my personal opinion. I hated the first one so much, and when I talk to some other fans of this series, they say you can skip it and it's no big deal. So a lot of people usually start out with this one, and I recommend it to you as well. The only thing I can tell you is about the story is going to be a little confusing, so I'm just going to wrap that up real quick, real simple. Basically, these series of games, there's actually quite a few of them. Most are for the PS3, but they moved them and ported them to the Vita, and now you can buy them on Steam. Believe it or not, you can buy them on the PC.
Oh yeah.
But basically, all these games are about these personification, which they call like goddesses of console systems. So, for example, you have like the goddess of Xbox, and the goddess of PS3, and the goddess of Wii, and they're duking it out and fighting each other over a war to figure out which one's better. Okay. The main character in both games are actually Sega, which is weird. When the first game came out, the main heroine, the main character, was from the Sega Neptune. Now, you probably don't recognize the Sega Neptune because it was never created. It was canceled. It's a system that was supposed to come out. Sega was supposed to make its own system, and it got canceled. So they decided to make that the primary thing, as to not disclose, even though it's only on Sony.
Yeah,
I don't know why you
figured that the main
why would you play as Sony?
Okay. That's whatever.
This game's unique. It has a unique battle system. It's an RPG. Now this one, I swear to you guys, is much longer than the bouncer.
Is it going to be as long as Final Fantasy VII?
I don't know. I don't want to start guessing, and then all of a sudden
You're wrong. You're a terrible judge.
I'm a terrible
judge.
From what I've heard, this is a pretty long game.
It'll probably be longer than anything we've done recently.
Anything recently. We're going to be on this game for quite some time. But you guys really ought to check it out because it's really obscure, it's really out there, it's really different. This one is my favorite of the entire series. That includes the new one, which is Victory for the PS3. Was not a fan of it. I own it. It's just not. I own all of them, but I did not care for Victory as much. This one is the only one, in my opinion, that's really good. And it's the only one that has an M rating. It's the only one that has an M rating. They actually had to remove 2 scenes from this because they were too.
Because there's titties.
There was a scene that was really they had to remove. It was really graphic.
I want to see it. Is there a way? Is there like a
YouTube maybe?
That has deleted sex scenes?
I don't know, but there's one scene, and I can go into that when we get there. I can explain what scene was removed, and it'll make a little more sense. One of the other things I want to mention, I know this introduction is a little long, guys, but I have a lot to talk about with this, is the fact that there's a lot of DLC for this game. A lot. Let's say you already shell out the $40 to $60 it costs for this game. It's another $70 worth of DLC to buy. I do not own all that DLC, and if you literally put in like $20, you will pretty much have like the ultimate weapon, extra characters, best gear. You can literally just fly through this game. It's literally like...
So we're gonna cheat.
It's kind of a cheat, yeah. I mean, if we chose not to equip it, it wouldn't be a cheat, but to get the game through all quicker, because I'll tell you what, this is, we want to try to quicken up this game a little bit. It's going to be great. Andrew's going to be playing as the main character, and then we already have sectioned off who we're going to be playing as. We'll let you know when those characters come into fruition who we're going to be playing as. But we have a 4-person team, plus 4 people in the background that we can switch out at any point in time. So 8 people total that me and him can control, out of 15 total playable characters that we'll unlock over.
So really that's 8 and 7. He's doing his math wrong, but you get the gist of it.
There's 15 total.
Yeah, but you said we each had 8.
No, I meant like...
That's 16.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. No. But we will have 8 people total that will be able to switch in and out. It'll be a lot of fun. The only other one thing about the story, which I can mention it again once we get into it though, basically this picks up right after the events of the first one where they're trying to battle... I don't think it's piracy. They're trying to fight something. But I think you'll kind of get the gist. I don't want to go too much into the story because it's really just it's a crazy game. It's very, you can tell right away as soon as we start playing it. This is a Japanese game. I'm not kidding you. Like, you'll be able to tell real quick the insanity this game's going to be. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really exciting.
I know.
Okay.
I look really good on there, so I'm excited to do this.
Okay, so guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please, please, please check it out. Don't just because you never heard of the game, don't just disclude it. Take a look at it, see what we do here. There's going to be a lot of story involved, but it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, and as always, you don't have anything to add, right?
No, I mean, I don't know this game.
Okay.
The only reason I ever heard of it was because of you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of half-naked chicks on it.
I'm interested to see what it's all about.
Yeah, so. And I should probably mention this too. Well, before we do in this introduction, guys, because we've done mature games in the past, okay, and they haven't been any kind of issue. The only thing I want to let you know here is there are a lot of scantily clad underage women in this game. So just keep in mind that yes, this is a game that has a lot of partial nudity, but it's just that's just how the Japanese made the game. I can't tell you, I can only tell you, keep in mind, do not be watching this if you're some 16-year-old kid, I'm just saying,
just okay.
Just give me a little warning there that this does have some graphic stuff in it, so just keep that in mind. All right? All right, guys. As always, I want to let you guys know that this has been brought to you today by
Atlantis Productions.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Not welcome back.
Welcome to a brand new game.
Welcome to a brand new game.
Welcome back to Hyperdimension Neptunia. We've never played it, but here it is.
So the reason, we don't normally do this, we normally just go to the start menu, but the reason I wanted to show this was there are a lot of people who made this game. A lot. We already went through 3 screens already. That's NISA software. NIS America software. 5PB.
5PB.
Yeah. Concept. Yeah.
No one we've ever
There's
really
NIS
known.
America. Just cryware. Just holy crap. Bless you. Just holy crap the amount of people that went into this game. And now here's where we begin the super, super Japanesey, it is so Japanese.
It's so Japanese.
Yeah.
You can't get any more Japanese than this.
No, I cannot. With all your crazy...
So these are young girls.
Unfortunately, yes, these are young girls. These are 14 to 16-year-olds.
How do they get away with this?
In Japan, they can get away with it.
Do they not have an age of consent?
Not
in
really.
Japan?
That's
For
like
real?
that's like in other countries. You can start drinking alcohol at age 16. I mean, they don't care.
Yeah, but there's a difference between alcohol
No.
and getting fucked.
I went to a couple places in Europe, and they had full nudity on their billboards. They were just walking down the street.
So their kids aren't sheltered.
Exactly. It's one of those barrier type things. Now, the only way this got to the States is because obviously they had to tone it down and remove some things. But the only other reason this got to the States is because, technically speaking, since they're goddesses, they're thousands of years old.
That's such a fucking loophole. So we don't condone underage women, guys. In my mind, I would rather prefer these be 18-year-olds, which I actually thought that they were.
And in the first game, they are like that. In the first game, the main cast is all 18, 20, you know what I mean?
But these are the younger sisters.
These are the younger sisters. These are supposed to be your handheld games, such as your Game Gear, DS, PSP. That's why we have, it's actually funny, we have 4, main characters. One's for the Game Gear, 2 are for the Nintendo DS because it's dual screen. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And then one for the PSP. There is no Xbox. We don't actually get a character from the Xbox unless we unlock them from the previous game.
What the fuck is that about?
Because Xbox doesn't have a handheld.
That's true. Why doesn't it?
Yeah. So you can see here we have a continue, but that was from me screwing around earlier.
So we're gonna pick
new game.
Oh.
This is where it's gonna go through all the DLC. I did buy quite a bit of DLC, at least over $20 worth of DLC. This gives us extra gold, extra gold, extra gold, a whole bunch of beginner items,
Excalibur.
Gave us the search eye, the drowsing rod, the super plasma sword, the plasma buster, the hunting rifle. We unlocked a whole bunch of special, really hard quests to do. Extra events. All kinds of fucking shit. Look at this. Look at this. just keeps going.
Is my sword the plasma sword?
Yeah. It literally just one-hit kills pretty much everything.
At the entire game.
Pretty much, yeah. You're never gonna fight a better weapon.
There's never a better.
There's never a better
towards
weapon.
the end of the game.
Nope.
Holy fuck! I started out with my legendary greatest weapon.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So Brock Lannis is Mr. Higgins there.
Mr. Higgins.
That's
He created
Brock
the game.
in our game.
Yeah. He created the game.
Does he pop up a lot?
He's actually a summon.
What does he do?
His giant face comes out of anywhere, and then he shoots laser beams out of his eye and vomits out of his mouth.
That's something unique that you don't ever see.
No, and that's why this is a really unique game. In fact, the very beginning of this, you're going to see a lot of bondage. I apologize. At least most of the girls are of age. I think one of them's not of age. That's getting bound. But we're seeing the events of the end of the first game where they're fighting the final boss. Yeah. So here's our 4 heroes, each one representing their system, their console.
So that was the ultimate villain right there that they're fighting?
Yeah, that's the ultimate villain they're fighting. Now, believe it or not, too, they actually turned this into an anime.
Really?
Yeah, called Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Have you seen it?
I have the whole series.
Is it good?
Is
it a short anime?
It's fan service.
How long is the show?
Not long, like 20 episodes.
20 episodes.
Yeah. And it takes place in between 1 and 2 and adds 1 with 2 and makes it...
Not even my sister and the other CPUs can stand up to her.
So that's me.
Yeah, that's gonna be you. With your big-ass fucking sword.
I like her death sight thing right there.
Please, stop this.
It's collected so many witch souls.
Game industry will be reduced to rubble. To rubble.
Oh, we're in game industry.
Is that the world? Is that what
Yeah.
the world called?
20XX.
20XX.
Game industry. They make it a play on words like it's the game industry. Yeah.
With a nice Star Wars thing right here.
Game industry men. There are no, as far as I know, they haven't made it a clear thing. As far as I know, female humans do not exist. They're all male humans. So the only girls on the earth are these goddesses.
So,
as much as 80% of all students are rumored to worship.
Is this the one and only generation of humans then?
I don't know. It's very... Right now, what we're trying to fight is R4, which is some sort of weird object worship and some form of piracy. I haven't quite understand what the Joe running gag is there, but we're supposed to
The
be
Joe
fighting-
running gag. The Joe running gag. Well, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Obviously it's a play on words in there that I don't quite understand, but basically we're fighting piracy. We're fighting illegal piracy.
So it's a good thing we showed you that we're playing an actual legit copy of the game.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the game industry graveyard.
Game industry game.
I mean, he's a narrator from some anime. Somewhere.
Dragon Ball Z.
Is it Dragon Ball
Last
Z?
time on Dragon Ball
Is it
Z.
the same guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like that guy.
Because anytime we enter a new chapter, he talks. He announces the new chapter, and it sounds exactly like Dragon Ball Z. So when we start the game, we only start the game with 3 characters. We already saw the hero, and we're going to meet our 2 other characters, our side characters here.
Yeah.
I think you can tell which one's the bubbly white mage and which one's the
We're
thief.
finally here.
You want to know which one's me, guys? Give you
Seems that
a
way.
good hint. I like
Scared
Aerith,
already?
so.
Stop stuttering. Well,
Yeah, I'll definitely be taking the thief, and he'll be taking the white mage. Which, in my personal opinion, once again, my personal opinion, she is the best white mage in the game.
But that's an opinion, that's not a fact.
It's not 100% fact. I've still had a lot of people side with me on that online, but and that's technically speaking because there are 2 other white mages, but they're kind of also like red mages. They have a little white and black.
Well,
she is pure
she's
white.
pure white, so to me, that's always going to be the stronger.
Stronger, yeah.
why don't you just wait here?
She gains revive, being able to revive people and heal people and cure people much faster than the other classes.
Well,
So.
then, yeah, I can see why you'd say that.
Well, yeah.
And both of these guys were in the original game as well, so they're recurring characters.
Did they have like a big role, or they were just
They were playable.
They were playable.
Even with severe
That's cool.
so long as they
Maybe
possess
someday,
the
guys, I'll just play the first game just to see what the fuck that
crystallization of
is
Oh,
like.
and you know what? No, I'm wrong about the human thing because they're
You're
human.
right. All right,
human.
Compa.
Yeah, they're human.
Let's
Their
I forgot
sisters
about
are
that.
goddesses.
Drag 'em
Yeah.
back.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Like these guys don't have any sisters.
Oh, they're just
Companions.
companions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
They can't transform. They can't.
We sure have.
They have no shares. They're just kind of like. Now they were born in a particular spot. I don't remember who's who.
Yikes! Really? Don't startle me like that. I heard someone's
I don't
voice.
remember who's who.
I heard
They have their own
someone.
specific places though.
Yeah,
They might
about
even
that.
be part
Do you
of
know which
the Game
direction
Gear
it came from?
area,
I
like
bet it
Sega's
was that
area.
way.
Sega's area.
I think they are from
Where?
Sega's
Okay,
area
let's
actually.
find out.
They're both from
Please
Sega.
wait for me.
But
Don't
their
leave me
names are
all
plays
alone
on
at
people who
me.
created this game. Like If Factory is a publisher. They made a character
Oh,
named If.
what about Compa?
Compile
Here they
Heart?
are.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Nip.
So I actually have a list here of where everybody's from. Yeah. And
So
there's
she's
your
legal, right?
There's your fan service. Yeah, that's the older sister. At least when she's transformed, she looks super like kid friendly and younger whenever she's not in her like transformed form.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
And for all you perverts out there, you can actually go and, bring up these images full screen and actually be able to press the X button in their
Nip, pull
junk
yourself
jiggle.
So
together.
wrong.
It is.
Hey,
It is.
So wrong. It's like they know what the fans are going to use that
She's out
for.
cold.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, what the hell are all these
Tentacle cord thing. There's a lot of
Jesus
Voice
Christ.
alone cannot rend those binds.
like
no.
they really kind of put in a lot of
Sure, let me just.
references and what have you. This is also going to be a little longer. This is probably going to be one of the longest videos we have.
Ever?
Because we have the intro video, like the introduction. Then we have to get through all this. You know what I mean? Which is already going to be longer. So yeah, this could be one of the longest episode ones we have.
Who are you? Get
sure.
out of here!
Bad guys always look so fucking cool.
Welcome to your graveyard. I've been kept here for 3 years. I've grown bored.
So who's that
So
guy?
you better be fun little toys to play
Or the
with.
working for-
CFWs.
is he
Yeah,
working
they all work
lady?
together.
But
Yep.
he seems fired
Okay.
up. I'll handle him, Compa. You hurry and get the CPUs.
CPUs are what they call the goddesses.
CPUs.
Yeah. There's Andrew.
Gigi, are you waking up?
Fucking Compa has this tendency to rename people just because give them nicknames.
Okay then, let's free the other CPUs.
She has that bubbly oh, I'm so cute.
It's a stereotypical white meat
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
So miserably frail. This isn't fun at all. Come on, do something entertaining.
Of course, my thief is one of the. If she's kind of like one of those oh guys, I'm a tomboy. I got this. I'm not cute. Shut up.
Is beyond anything I
You guys are pigs. You know
I'll
that type
back
of
you up
thing.
too.
Look at my giant
Let's hold
needle.
them up until all the CPUs
Giant needle
wake back up.
full of star magic fluid. You know?
I'm your doctor, guys.
Okay, so this is where the really unique interface comes in. And right now, I don't feel like going through all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much going to skip all this and explain it more in depth when we actually get in here.
That's the way to do it.
That is the best way to do it since I've been playing this for a while. So basically, you have free reign within this circle of where you want to be able to move, and there's it goes by turns and not by timers or anything like that. So you pretty much have all the time in the world here to just kind of take your time and adjust yourself where you need to be.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we do not have a lot of options here because we cannot. They've disabled our attack, our standby, our escape, our items. So really, it just pretty much wants us to just use our one skill, which is Celestial Servants. Costs 20 AP and 20 SP. You can see the 20 SP is down there and the AP is right there.
Okay.
So you can see how we have 80 AP and 300 SP. But we're going to go ahead and do the move, and it's like some super awesome, amazing move. And you can also see this, like if I did it right here, there's no targets.
Nope.
But here it hits all targets within that circle. So it's really powerful. We will not get this skill until the very end of the game.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's one of the things where we start out
Yeah, we started out powerful.
and then just kind of go back to.
Yeah, she even loses the ability to transform early on. So she's transformed right now, but she loses that. She can't transform. So this is like pure anime style, dude.
Damn it! God damn it, man.
Yeah. He just loves to just keep every time he gets hit. Damn it! Damn it!
And then he's like, "Is that all?"
Extent of your power?
I just bitched and bitched,
Attacks
but
aren't phasing him. Kappa, how are Nep and the others?
They're not so good. They're bound.
Well,
Actually, the name of the, like, when you play this game,
this may end
one of the reasons the trophy didn't pop is, once again, I apologize, guys. I was playing on our channel just to make sure everything was running smoothly, and I unlocked some of the trophies, so I apologize. We would have earned one just for booting up the game. And then the second one we would have gotten is when you first see them bound like that. The trophy is called the CPU's bound and gagged.
I'm
Masturbation.
not strong enough. Wait,
Get a trophy for
use
masturbating.
all the shares of power.
To that.
We might
Oh
pull
my
through.
god.
I mean, despite the fact that they're all scantily clad, it's not the reason I like this game. I like this game because it's like a well-done, well-polished RPG.
My eyes, my eyes!
And that's why no one's ever heard
Way
of
to
it, because
go,
they like
dear.
your stupid ass fucking
Make
RPGs
Yeah.
that suck ass.
This is a little more
nowadays.
complex, and you really got to line up your attacks and really prepare yourself
Yeah.
before battle.
Instead of
Now,
let's
wrong. If you
a little bit because we bought like an item, like an item worth $1, and it gives you like the most amazing sword ever that just powers through everybody. We'll be able to get more through that once we're done with the story, but as we're already running 15 minutes in, we've already had a long
That was a
introduction
long
video.
introduction video.
This is going to take a while, so we're just trying to get through this.
This might be Borderlands 30-minute episode.
We will not get to any kind of battling today at all.
Today.
Well, not in this episode.
In this episode, we won't
Yeah.
fight anything.
In fact, pretty soon here, I'm thinking about just kind of leaving it go, and then we might just cut it and move on to the next.
Oh, that's how
episode.
you want to do it?
We can do that too. We can just leave it
I
right
was
here.
gonna say, we did that all the time in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's not going to go on without me.
We'll stop at pant.
Yeah, we'll just stop right here. This is fine
Pant,
because it
pant.
doesn't look like it's going to continue on without me. That's my point. So, okay, guys, I know we still got to get through some more story yet. It's very story driven. We have a lot of story, not so much battling, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it together, guys.
All right.
I hope you're enjoying this. This is very different. And probably nothing you guys have seen before, so I hope you're enjoying it. We'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.